Hello, this is Thomas K4SWL, and if you're new here, I like to do real-time, real-life amateur radio field activation videos. And today I'm at Lake James State Park here in western North Carolina. It's one of my favorite stops, mainly because it's so easy to get to and it's such a nice park. I almost have this place to myself today, which is kind of amazing. It's July 11th at about 11:30 in the morning, almost 11:30 in the morning. I'm surprised it's not a little busier, but then again, we had insane amounts of rain up where I live in the mountains last night and yesterday. And today you can see there's just clouds everywhere, and there are showers everywhere around here. So I could have a shower pop up on me pretty quickly, and I think that's the reason it's so kind of placid today is people are just wanting to avoid the rain. But today I've got a really nice setup going for me. I've got my speaker wire antenna. This is the one I actually built here. I'll try to remember to link to the video above where I built this thing. It's just a 28.5 foot piece of speaker wire for the radiator, and a 28.5 foot piece for the counterpoise, which is running down here. Interestingly, I had planned to pair this today with the LDG Z100 Plus, which is a great ATU, and I just wanted to see how well it would work. But I forgot, after getting out here, that this has an SO239 socket on the back, and I do not have a BNC to SO239 from this particular antenna, so I couldn't really use it, but I will get one and try it out. I'm pretty sure that the LDG will do the job. It's a great antenna tuner. So what I pulled out instead is the MAT tuner MAT705. I haven't used this in a few months. This still has the initial charge I put in it either in December or January, so over half a year ago. Now, keep in mind, I don't keep this plugged up. I only use it during the activation and then unplug it completely. I'm hoping that the battery life will work on this because I don't have a means of recharging it. If it were to go out on me, and I will need an antenna tuner to use this antenna, then I've got an Elecraft T1 in my bag over there. I brought some extra stuff with me today. And actually, the motivation today, my goal is to actually start on single sideband. Right before I came out here, one of my viewers, one of my subscribers on YouTube, said that they'd like to see me do a single sideband activation using this antenna at 5 watts. Basically, my last video was with the FT817ND at Mountain Island Educational State Forest. I'll try to link to that again if I can remember to do it. Remind me if I don't. And he said, yeah, it'd be great to see you do this in single sideband. And I said, challenge accepted. I don't have the 817 with me in this activation. And the reason why is I'm in a bit of a hurry. And frankly, I wanted to use a voice memory keyer today. So this has the same output power and everything. And I haven't used the ICOM IC705 in ages. It's been probably a month and a half or more since I've had it in the field. So I'm kind of eager to use it again. And especially take advantage of its voice memory keyer. If the MAT 705 Plus will tune this, which hopefully it will. I'm trying to get this video set up nicely. And I apologize in advance, as always, with the audio. I'm using my Google Pixel 3 to do this one so that I can upload it a little more quickly. I do have my tablet with me. You may have seen that off screen. I will plan to log here today so I can log it live. That'll save me time later on. I'm using the N3 FJP application for doing my logging, but I'm going to try Hammers. I think it's HAMRS, which is a new app that's come out for doing POTA and SOTA activation. So I look forward to testing that sometime. I have internet access here, which is a good thing about this park as well. And I think what I'll do today is start by doing a little hunting, assuming that there's something out there to hunt. I'm looking now to see. Yeah, there are a couple things. Look like they're up on 20 meters. There's somebody on 7220. I normally forget to hunt, if you know the truth. This could be a real challenge. Okay, let me tune first. Let's see if this thing will tune. I've never used this antenna with this antenna tuner before, so we'll see what happens here. Let's remember how to do this. Function, tuner. Well, that did it. Okay, I'm tuned up. Oh, wait a minute. I've done this incorrectly. There we go. I like using the speaker on this. What I did was I plugged in the speaker of the speaker mic and not the microphone. That's my buddy Mike, K8RAT. Here. Boy, he's really, really, really weak, though. That'll be a tough one to try to work. Yeah. You know, let me move on, see if there's somebody else, because they're going to struggle hearing me. Okay, let's go all the way up to the top of the list again and work our way down. 14.2. Let's see, I need to go. Ooh, that sounds pretty positive. Let's see. So I tuned off frequency. Kilo 4, Sierra Whiskey Lima, Park to Park. We'll try this into SMJ.
Okay, back to this time. Kilo Charlie 3, Kilo Juliet, Quebec. You're solid 5-9 here in upstate New York. Hey, QSL, thanks for Maryland. Yeah, man, since you're booming up here, so must be some propagation going on for a change. Just thinking if flight day warning in the park, I got a late start though, so hopefully make some contact before the band changes too much. 73, thanks again.
Kilo 4, Sierra Whiskey Lima, Park to Park, Park to Park.
November 5 station?
November 5, Mike, Kilowatt Yankee, QSO.
So probably November 5 was very strong while I was calling him. Again, I'm 5 watts, so 5 watt single sideband, it can be a little challenging sometimes if there's anything strong around.
QSO, and I thank you for listening this morning. Hope you're having a great day out there.
Roger, have fun.
Kilo 4, Sierra Whiskey Lima, Park to Park, Park to Park. Kilo 4, Sierra Whiskey Lima, Park to Park, Park to Park.
Kilo 4 station, please.
Kilo 4, Sierra Whiskey Lima, Kilo 4, Sierra Whiskey Lima, Park to Park.
Roger, Roger. Kilo 4, Sierra Whiskey Lima, Park to Park. Please copy. November 2, Sierra Mike Juliet. We are at K2045. K2045. You're about a 3-3.
Roger, Roger on the 3-3, and here you're a 5x9, very solid signal at K2739, Kilo 2739, QSL?
QSL, got you K2739. Thanks for the contact and thanks for activating.
Thank you, my friend. Good luck with the rest of your activation, 7-3s. I hope the audio is coming in okay. This particular camera is bad to have a very directional audio. And if I'm looking toward it and talking, it can be a little hot on the mic. And if I'm looking away, sometimes it rejects everything. So it could be all over the place. So I got him in the books. That's good. A 3x3. Hey, I'm 5 watts, and there are some bigger stations out there. It's much tougher to punch through a pileup when you're doing a park activation than if you're just calling CQ. So you always have to assume that. So let me get this guy logged real quick. November 2, Sierra, Mike, Juliet. And when I log him, because this is a... I sent him a 5.9. He gave me a 3.3. Single sideband. His park, it goes under SIG info. So that's K2045. I'm not sure if the system counts your park to park if you don't have that in there, but that's the way that we're doing it. I always put the park. There's my SIG info, which you put your park into, and then there's SIG info, which you put the other park into. Let's see here. I may try another park here real quick. 287. Let's see if we hear anybody on 287. Wow, I have no clue what that noise is. That must be something local. Look at the look at the noise level. It's an S9. That's frustrating. Yes, I can see this is a repeating noise here on the display. That's not my equipment. I can tell you that this particular site has noise on the 20-meter band, and unfortunately he is plopped in the middle of it. That could be really challenging to hear him. That's on a narrow filter too already. Yeah. I think I'll move on. I'm in a hurry, so I really don't want to do too many more hunts here. Try one more here. Let's see, somebody in New Mexico. That would be a tough one. 325. Also really close to a noise source again. That's frustrating. Okay. I am going to start calling CQ maybe here on the 40-meter band. And let's go down to 7188. We'll see how productive this is. Okay, we'll try 7197. Make sure no one's there. I don't hear anyone, so I'm going to go ahead and tune. Not a lot of activity on 40. Okay, let's see. Function. Nope, not function. Menu. Voice. There we go. Okay, I need to spot myself now. Oh, if I can. You know what I'll do? I'm going to text my buddy Mike because I am not fully logged in. The new POTA app is awesome. The negative with it is, for me, it's really frustrating, is I use a Google sign-in for it, and sometimes Google, if I'm moving around, I'm using different cell towers or something, it'll think there's suspicious activity, and it asks me to do like a dual level authentication. Where I authenticate, then it asks me to pick up a security code. Well, it asked me to pick up the security code on the camera, the Google Pixel 3, and I can't easily do that. It'll stop the video. So I'm just going to text my buddy Mike and ask him to spot me, which he'll happily do. He's great about this. So let's see, 70, 97. No, there's nobody on frequency right now. Is this frequency in use? I don't see anybody there. Okay, and we are K2739. Is this frequency in use? This is Kilo 4, Sierra Whiskey Lima. Okay. Now that's calling CQ Parks on the Air for me while I send this message. CQ POTA, this is Kilo 4, Sierra Whiskey Lima calling CQ for Parks on the Air. CQ POTA, this is Kilo 4, Sierra Whiskey Lima calling CQ for Parks on the Air. Okay, now I'm going to have this call CQ for me. You can't hear it because I don't have the side tone up. Again, just note, when I'm doing most of this logging, especially with single sideband, I don't always mark down everything here other than the call sign because I'm logging it on the side with my tablet. So I may not have the time written down and that sort of thing. It's really important when you're doing single sideband contacts that you have an ability to spot yourself, or that someone can do it for you, or that you can self-spot on the network. So you need to have internet access on your phone. It's super important. If you don't have that, you just don't have, it's like you don't exist on the bands for Parks on the Air or Summits on the Air, because it's rare that someone's going to just cruise across, hear you, and then spot you. So it's very important to kind of think through that in advance. So I need to grab my glasses I just dropped. This is going to be one of those activations, I can tell. So I have to take my dad to a doctor's appointment, and I need to leave here no later probably than 12:30. That would really be the latest, the drop dead time. So I may have to leave this activation earlier than that, and I may leave it without having done a valid activation, and that's fine with me if that happens. We'll just see what we can do today. CQ POTA, this is Kilo 4, Sierra Whiskey Lima calling CQ for Parks on the Air. CQ POTA, this is Kilo 4, Sierra Whiskey Lima calling CQ for Parks on the Air. CQ POTA, this is Kilo 4, Sierra Whiskey Lima calling CQ from Lake James State Park, Kilo 2739. This is Kilo 4, Sierra Whiskey Lima calling CQ for Parks on the Air. CQ POTA, this is Kilo 4, Sierra Whiskey Lima calling CQ for Parks on the Air. So if my buddy Mike doesn't work me now, he's just spotted me. If he can't hear me on 40 meters, that doesn't bode well for 40 meters for me, because I heard him work a station just a moment ago on 20 meters. So I may move up to 20 meters and do some single sideband. I'll plan to do the goal today, though I may not have finished this. The goal today is to do a single sideband and maybe even do the whole activation of single sideband. But if I find, 15-20 minutes into it, I'm not getting a lot of results with it, I may switch over to CW and finish it off. We'll just see how it goes. I can say that it's always a really good strategy, if you want to make the most contacts possible, that you operate you operate 2 modes, or 3 modes. Operate a digital mode too. It opens it up to more people every time you do it. And especially for the CW operator. So if you're a CW operator and you're operating CW primarily, most of those people that you're working in CW also do phone. Not all of them. There's a percentage, a healthy percentage, that doesn't really get on and do phone at all, or single sideband. But CW operators by and large can do single sideband. There are less single sideband operators that can do CW, a little bit less of a percentage of that. So by doing both modes, you open it up to a much wider audience, and every time you switch a mode, even if I work, for example, K8RAT on single sideband, if I then work him in CW, that counts as 2 separate contacts, even though they're in the same frequency, in the same meter band with the same person. So just keep that in mind. Now, that does not work in Summits on the Air. Summits on the Air, it has to be a unique person for each contact, so you don't get a lot of duplicates in Summits on the Air. I'm about to pause it. Okay, sorry about that. I had to press pause on the video for just a second. I got a phone call from my wife, and I needed to take that. So anyway, I haven't been calling CQ during that. I'm going to start calling CQ again here, just using the functionality on the voice keyer functionality here on the IC705. Sorry, I'm a little bit distracted. I'm trying to get things back together here. Let's see here. CQ POTA, this is Kilo 4 Sierra Whiskey Lima calling CQ for Parks on the Air. It's really odd for me to have an edit in the middle of my video, but had to do it this time. Fortunately, I can pause it and start it back up, which means I don't have to do any post-processing on this video necessarily. I don't know if I've mentioned this in a video before, I probably have, but it's a little cumbersome for me to do videos because of my bandwidth at home. It usually takes a couple of weeks to get a video up, but sometimes if I'm able to do a video in one take, and I can do it on one of my phones, I can directly upload it without having to put it on a computer or anything. And it takes a while, but I can get it done a little more quickly. My videos are kind of out of order right now, though. I've got some older videos that'll be coming up soon of some really cool activations, actually. Yeah. Ooh, the sun's coming out now in between the clouds. I don't think I'm being heard here, so I'm probably going to end up moving. CQ POTA, this is Kilo 4 Sierra Whiskey Lima calling CQ for Parks on the Air. CQ POTA, this is Kilo 4 Sierra Whiskey Lima calling CQ for Parks on the Air. CQ POTA, this is Kilo 4 Sierra Whiskey Lima calling CQ for Parks on the Air. CQ POTA, this is Kilo 4 Sierra Whiskey Lima calling CQ for Parks on the Air. CQ POTA, this is Kilo 4 Sierra Whiskey Lima calling CQ for Parks on the Air. CQ POTA, this is Kilo 4 Sierra Whiskey Lima calling CQ for Parks on the Air. You know what? I'm going to move. Let's go up to 20 meters. Even though I've got some noise around me, maybe I can find a clear spot here. He just spotted me. Let me get back down here. CQ POTA, this is Kilo 4 Sierra Whiskey Lima calling CQ for Parks on the Air. CQ POTA, this is Kilo 4 Sierra Whiskey Lima calling CQ for Parks on the Air. This screen is so dusty. I really should bring a dust cloth with me. Okay, I'm going to move up to 20 meters here in a little bit. I know he spotted me because he sent me a text back. Kilo 8, Romeo Alpha Tango. Mike, it's good to hear you, man. I'm all alone out here on 40 meters. This is Kilo 4, Sierra Whiskey Lima, and you're about a 5x9 with some QS Baker. 5x9 with QS Baker at Park 2739. QSL?
Okay, you're very weak here, very weak. You are 2x2.
Roger on the 2x2. Roger on the 2x2. I think I need to speed up my activation, so I'm probably going to move over to CW here soon, but I'll call for a little while here on 40 meters. Thanks a lot, man. Take care, and 7-3s.
7-3, have fun, Tony.
QRZ, this is Kilo 4, Sierra Whiskey Lima for Parks on the Air. POTA, this is Kilo 4, Sierra Whiskey Lima calling CQ for Parks on the Air. Okay, fly. POTA, this is Kilo 4, Sierra Whiskey Lima calling CQ for Parks on the Air. POTA, this is Kilo 4, Sierra Whiskey Lima calling CQ for Parks on the Air. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to move down to, let's go down to the CW portion of the band. Okay, now I need to do a tuner on it. Yeah, got a good match. This tuner, I'm impressed that the battery's lasted this long. Now, I do know that the battery does not last that long if you keep it hooked up to your radio all the time. In fact, I've heard that it'll discharge the battery within a matter of a day if you do that. Oh, more noise. Look at that. That's frustrating about this site. I should have brought the Chameleon Tactical Delta Loop with me today. That would help with some of this noise probably. I don't know what they have here that causes this, but there's a lot of equipment around, and the visitor center's behind me, and I'm sure there's something in there that's causing this. So let's see, let me mark down here, 40 meters CW. Sorry, my login's going to be a little sloppy today. Let's see, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, so we're in the 1500 hours. And actually it's 1552 right now, so we'll see what it is later. Okay, let me get my... Oh, that's a digital mode. Let me find a quiet place. You can see all this. I don't know if you can see it on the video or not, but one of the great things is you can see some of the things that are happening around you on the spectrum display. Now I did a really long CQ there, basically to encourage the reverse beacon network to pick me up. Hopefully that'll work. Sorry, I'm all over the place. That phone call took a while. I was trying to help my wife. She had an important phone call that came in on my cell phone while I'm out here doing a park activation, and so we had to kind of reroute everything so that she could take it from home. And that kind of left me, I haven't got my head back into this now, and it ate up some of my time, and I need to do this park activation fairly quickly. I have a hunch I'm going to do better on 20 meters and 30 meters than I am on 40 meters today. See if it's spotting me yet. Yes, it's spotting me. So I can look here and tell that it's got me on the spotting network, which is... Okay, so I've got 3 total contacts, 2 SSB, 1 CW. So I got 5 now. So Mike worked me twice, but once in CW, once in single sideband, so this counts as 2 separate contacts, which is nice. Nice, now mosquitoes are bothering me. Haha. Mosquitoes, ants, phone calls. It's this kind of QRM that bothers me more than the QRM on the radio. It's just a little too much for me to handle sometimes. I have kind of a, I can't multitask very well. And that is a disadvantage when you've got activity going on around you when you're doing a park activation, or a summit activation for that matter. I've missed using the 705. I really do love this radio. Okay. I thought I heard an N, maybe. You know what? Let's move up to the 14 meter. Well, I'll call one more time in case that person's still there, and QS Baker just made it hard for them to hear me. Okay, I'm going to move up. Boy, is it noisy up here. Oh, man. Look at the noise level. Let's try 30 meters. Noise there, too. Really should have picked my loop today. This is a good loop day. Okay, let's see. I may try to call CQ on 20 meters, and it seems like it's a little quieter up in the... This noise level is so high. But you can see FT8 signals over here. That's not a good representation of what... I don't see any other... There it goes, it went away magically. That could come back to haunt me, though. We'll just have to see what happens. I'll give it a go. Let's just hope it doesn't come back for a while. Someone just docked their boat over there, a pontoon boat, and I'm wondering if it's something that's on that boat, because when they stopped their engine, the noise stopped. Not sure what that could be, though, that would cause the noise off of the boat, but... I really do need to remember next time I come out here to bring the loop with me. I think it'll do a better job with this noise. Was a lot of QS Baker in there. Did you hear how, excuse me, how weak his dit was? When the dit came back and it was so weak, I could tell that that op was experiencing some QS Baker on their end. great to put K1 SWL in the books, yes. I've never had K1 SWL in the books, and he's a great guy, so I mean, he's got to be. He's got the same, he's a QRPer and well-known. Let's see. Anybody else? I've got 10 contacts now, so I may play it crazy, and if the band's quiet, move up to 20 meters, a single sideband for about 5-10 minutes max. Nice to get Italy in here again. I'm very confused about what's going on here. I'm wondering... I don't think they can hear me working this guy. Oh, it is the boat. They're starting up the boat. Oh, gosh. Okay. kids coming off the boat. You'll see there is a boat over here, and okay, you know what? Sadly, I've got to go. Okay, I would normally wait and continue going, but these people are kind of taking their time getting out of here. Their boat's going, and I am in a rush. I need to get packed up in 15 minutes and out of here. So I'm sorry to this station. I'm not sure I actually got this call right. VA4RE. I was going to ask them to slow down and come back to me and give me more information because they were sending a lot there. And you probably picked that up. I'll pick it up when I go back through and listen to this video. I'm sure of that. But I need to kind of get things going. So I got a total of 13 people in logs, I think, so that's more than enough. I wish I could have done more with single sideband, and if I had more time, I would have hopped on 20 meters single sideband and gone from there. But I just can't do that today. I'm just a little too tight on time. So thank you, as always, for following along with this video. I'm sorry today I am really kind of distracted. This is a very distracting day, so I'm not with it. And since I don't edit anything out, including my mistakes or anything like that, you get to see all of it in all of its glory. But you know what? It's been a fun activation. It's very humid today. You can't tell that on the video, but it is super humid. And I'm able to still make this work, though. So I'm just sweating it out a bit. I'll go put up the antenna now. And I've been so pleased with this thing. You know, it cost me, let's see, I may try to do this, I may be able to do this on the, while doing it on the video, but this is how I wind up my antennas. I use a figure 8 method. I showed very recently how I wind up my arborist throw line, and it's using a similar thing. This figure 8 method is quick, and the wonderful thing about it is it keeps your line from tangling when you pull it out later. If you just bundle it up in a reel, you know, the line kind of crisscrosses, and then when you try to pull it out, it gets all tangled up, and I really hate antenna spaghetti when I get to a field. This always, I've never had an issue doing a figure 8, and as a musician, like when you're trying to, like that's where I actually originally learned to do this, was with the guitar cables and that sort of thing from a bass. When I had really long ones, if you put them in a figure 8, they just kind of pop out and you don't have to worry about them. And also extension cords, all that. So now I'm going to pull this out of the tree, and you know what? I can probably do this while I'm sitting here, although a branch may come down on me because this, sorry, this is beating against here. Let's see if I can get this out. Here we go. This arborist throw line is wonderful. I forgot to bring I meant to bring my one that packs up into a little triangle, but I didn't get to do that today, so I'm just using this one, and then I have the knot. Pull that knot off. There, I'm done with that. Use my little Velcro strap. Put this up. Show a little bit of my packing up here, but not all of it. Let's see, so what I do right now, I actually have a Pelican case for my 705. I didn't use it today. I'm in the process of still fitting it out, waiting on some glue to come in to kind of secure some of the foam. So I just use this little, it's what, an 8 case, which isn't ideal, to be honest, but it works. I have another pack where I put the microphone in, and usually I have the power cord for the 705 in here, but I don't need it because if I charge it, I'm probably going to charge it with a USB cord. Put this in on top, and then I put the antenna tuner on top of that, and then that's done. Then, you know, this one I'll just roll up, and I put it in one of my Tom Ben bags. Let me grab it. I put it in this bag, and I'll put the antenna in this bag. Oh, whoops, I forgot one thing. This is an important piece of the puzzle. You cannot use this antenna tuner unless you have this command cable or a command cable like it, or cat cable, whatever you want to call it. And I keep that in with the microphone in my 705 bag. Again, apologies, this is not the best video I've ever done, but now let me go grab my pack and I'll reel that in here too on screen. So here's the arborist throw line, and let me try to pull this up a little bit and you may be able to see it a little bit better. Okay, let's look here. So let's roll this thing up. Get a nice big bundle of this throw line cord. Then I pop it in here, stuff it in the bag, do the next bit. Once you start doing figure eights with everything, I end up doing it with everything. Even earphones that I put in my pocket, I always carry some earbuds with me. I do those in a figure eight too, so they don't get tangled up. Okay, and put this in. It will not get tangled in here if you do this. So again, thank you guys for bearing with me today. I'm sure this video looks wacky with me doing this, but here we go. Let's put this in. Now let me tie the weight. Let's tie the weight back on. Here's how I do it. A little bite in here. This is actually not ideal the way I'm doing this, but sorry, I'm trying to keep it on screen while I'm doing it. Here we go. There we go. And that'll hold it, and I'll have to just pull that to make it come out. And now that's packed up, so I've got my radio. So I know a lot of this is making it on screen. Got my radio, got my antenna, got most of the accessories over here. And now I'll just pack up some of the rest of the stuff. And I actually have 2 bags. I don't need 2 bags today, but I couldn't decide which radio I was going to use at first, and I decided to use a 705 so I could use a voice memory keyer. So anyway, I'm going to submit my logs while I'm here, pack up the rest of this, and head out. Thank you again, and if you feel like it, you can subscribe. If not, that's okay too. And I hope my next activation will go a little more smoothly and a little less distracted. But CW definitely saved the day today, because on 40 meters I was having a rough time with single sideband. I feel like if I had no QRM, I could have hopped on 20 meters, because 20 meters was strong right now. We are expecting a coronal mass ejection sometime this afternoon that could mess up the bands for the next couple of days, and we'll have to see how that goes. That's kind of the name of the game here lately. We've just had such crappy propagation, and with nice windows of propagation too. But it won't stop me from going out in the field and playing radio anyway. It just may take a little more time to get my activation done. Anyway, thank you very much, and take care. 7 3s.